All right, the fun stuff. We're getting into the carries of our victims, our students, or adults that may have been trapped and have been rescued. And so there's a variety of these. Don't always think that you have to put somebody on a particular device, such as a chair or in a wheelchair or on a backboard or stretcher to carry them out. The very first carry that we have is really a single arm or one person arm carry. And that's the traditional where you see the person, they're awake, they're in an upright position, they have their arm around your neck, you have support underneath their kneecaps and one around their waist, and you're simply carrying that person out. We also have what is known as a pack strap carry, and this is where we take the individual, we consider their arms like a backpack, and we put their arms over our shoulders, we cross them, we hold on to them tightly, and we lean forward and we get them off the ground just enough so that we can carry them like a backpack to that location. Now, this is going to work great in high schools or where we are doing it with adults. We also have a two-person carry, and this one gets a little more difficult. Obviously, the person that is at the head side of the victim is going to be carrying the bulk of the weight, and that means that we're going to have one person at the top by the head and one by the legs. And basically, we get underneath the arms here, and we get underneath the legs, and our arms are going over the legs and around their legs, and then we can carry them. Now, I have a dummy that we demonstrate this with. The dummy only weighs 120 pounds. People find it difficult to move 120 pounds. Most of our adults and heavier high school students are going to be in that 200 range. So this is something that you have to practice. The key here is when we're carrying the leg portion of the body, it's imperative for us as the carrier to get in between the individual's legs as high up and close to the waist as possible, because that's going to help us distribute the weight the best. If you're just trying to hold on to their ankles, it's going to become very difficult. So at the least, you want to be underneath their knees as the carrier of the leg portion. Okay, we also have what is a really great carry is a chair carry. You want to make sure that you are using a proper chair, something that is not broken or damaged and that can support the weight that you're utilizing here. So basically, you have the person sit in the chair. You may want to take a piece of your rope or strap and strap their upper body to the chair, maybe even their legs to the chair. And then you're just going to pick up the chair by the back of the chair and then by the two front legs. And that's going to allow you to really carry that individual quite quickly across a multitude of fields, and you're not going to be working with that kind of movable weight of the human body. You're going to be really working with a solid structure in that particular case. Okay, we have another carry here, which is a blanket carry. This is really where we're utilizing a blanket as a stretcher, and we are just grabbing the ends, the four corners of the blanket. We have the individual laying in the middle. Sometimes we need to roll that up and make sure it's good and stable and as close as possible, or go around the person twice. And we're just going to use the blanket as the item to carry. This is important if we need to help stabilize that individual a little bit more. Maybe their arm is broken and you don't want it swinging around, or their leg is broken, you don't want it moving too much. The blanket can be utilized. You can put the person on the blanket, then pick that blanket up and carry them. This is also can be done as a blanket drag. So you're going to tuck the individual in like a mummy, and then you're going to be able to pull from the head portion of the individual and pull them along the grass or the field and get them to the area that they need to be. We talked a little bit about log rolling and how to get them on the blanket itself, but that's how we're going to do that. Those are the victim carries themselves. We're going to demonstrate each of those for you coming up as we go outside.